y'all? I just landed. Never had a room on this side of this hotel, and I thought the view would be bad, but it is the exact opposite. San Francisco is really cool symmetry because of the hills, because of the way the designs are, the staircases. It's just so like your heart just takes it in. I just had a customer, I think in his 60s now. He's in a place right now where he can't drink a cup of coffee, he can't have an alcoholic drink, he can't have any candy, he can't, like, so many things he can't have because his body, he'll just be in pain and in cramps, and just he's had, I think, some surgeries and just a difficult, you know, health-wise life. He almost started crying in front of me because he was like, it's so hard for me to travel, but I get to see my daughter when we get there. And that's something that I am so grateful that someone's willing to even tell me that and willing to even talk with me. He was like, thank you for letting me stand here. I just really needed to stretch. Like, and he said his stomach was bothering him, so I gave him a ginger ale, and he's like, oh, I thank you. Like, he was just so thankful and so in the moment. And it made me want to be in the moment. It made me want to listen to him. The 3 C's he's learned for any relationship, he's giving me some relationship advice. He's like, the 3 C's he has learned in his life are caring, compromise. I'm like, do I really remember? Was I really listening? Caring, compromise, and communication. He said in any relationship, whether it's work, whether it's a partner, whether it's friendship, you are going to need all 3 of those things. He seemed like someone who realized how blessed he was to be able to have, he said, both common sense and intelligence. So we're actually catching me mid-trip. It's a 4-day. We're on day 3. I've already flown from Austin to New York commuting, spent Mother's Day with my mom, and then I got this trip and I worked New York to San Francisco, had a nice 24-hour layover here. San Francisco to Fort Lauderdale, had a super short layover there. I think it was like 12 hours. Just worked Fort Lauderdale, San Francisco. So we have an 18-hour layover here. I'm gonna get to see a friend. The best when you as a flight attendant also have a reason that you're going beyond just work, beyond just you love the city. It's always good to see people. That human connection is so special. And part of why traveling is so magical and why this job is so magical for me too is being able to connect people is crazy. That's like a dream. Now that I'm starting to work this a lot more, this route, and the crowds have been so nice this month. I don't know what's going on. People have just been so nice, so willing to help, compliant and easy. Well, people have been wanting a very full flight experience, but no real issues, which has been nice. And so I've gotten to know the crowds and it felt comfortable to talk to them and stuff. And a customer comes up to me, he's like, do you know of any recommendations in San Francisco? And I'm like, okay, am I like an actual traveler now? Like, I'm legit. I'm the real deal now. Begoni Bistro in Chinatown is a delicious dim sum. If you're coming to SF this summer, Mission Dolores Park, the best park in San Francisco. I was supposed to go on my last layover. I did not have time. I went over to the Mission District, but that park specifically, there's also an ice cream spot next to that park that is possibly the best ice cream I've had across America. And I feel like with my role as a flight attendant, that actually means something. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you are, because I'm really looking to do this for this summer. In this month of June that's coming up, to start giving out these recommendations. This summer, I'm really considering having a San Francisco summer where I basically just make San Francisco my core layover and then put sprinkles of other stuff just for myself, but really focus on SF. There's a lot I want to do here. If there's questions you have about San Francisco, it's a really interesting city and it's a really interesting time in SF. So let me know. Grateful that you are here with me. Let's enjoy one of my favorite cities, San Francisco. Put this, yeah, that's so cool. Okay, do you also want to tell them really quick about your Kuwait Tower story?
Yeah, so I'll have to just paint the picture with my memory.
Okay.
I'm not going back up there.
No.
It was awesome one time. But about 45 minutes of straight stairs was enough for me to decide that taking the mental picture was enough.
Wow.
That's about it. It's beautiful. Describe it better. It's just clothes that I thrifted, but it's a little Nike crew neck. It was vintage from when? I would assume the 90s because of the way it looks. Pants also thrifted. And I did something annoying, where somebody asked me where I got these on Instagram, and I replied and said, I don't know, I thrifted it. And that's the most annoying thing anybody can say.
Yeah, that is almost, so I was not gonna say that, but...
But what about you? Tell me what you got.
No, I am doing, this is actually a new hoodie. It's a cloud hoodie. I'm very proud of it.
Okay.
Because flight attendant, so cloud hoodie kind of very in line with my life. This Elwood tank top, and these are also, I think, Elwood pants. And then I just have Converses. Yeah.
Stylish out here. I went to bottom of the hill. Alrighty. Bring it in, y'all. Bring it in. Friendship, it can be hard. I've had a lot of people in my life that I thought were friends, I thought were my friends, I thought were rooting for me, were here for me. And Joe is just one of those friends that every single time I'm with him, I don't feel that. You know what I mean? I don't feel the badness. I feel the good stuff. And we were talking about friends who basically crap on each other, crap talk each other, sometimes to their faces. I had someone recently say to me like, oh, like, well, that's what you do to friends. No, honey. A friend is someone that uplifts you, that supports you, that has your back, that believes in you, that you are able to have that trust with, speaks good of you even when you aren't in the room, that would mention your name in a room full of opportunities, that would speak love over your life. Like, that is a friend. That's a friend, and that's Joe. That's Joseph. And I never call him that, so it's serious. I don't have a lot of male friends either. And that has always been an interesting journey for me. When you're not the perfect masculine, blah, 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 like guy, it can be hard to find those people. He's just one of those guys that I can be a guy with, that I can feel like a boy with. And that means the world to me. I'm so grateful for that brotherhood. I'm learning at this point in my life, thank God, earlier rather than later, right? I've had my mess ups that have led me here, but just how important friends are. Good friends. And there shouldn't be bad ones. I remember I had a friend who I was telling a Trader Joe's worker, like, I apologized. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was all over the place. And I was just like, I'm just dealing with a toxic friend, and it just got to the heat of it. Like, we just had a big situation. And so I'm just like, and her response was just like, if they're toxic, why are they a friend? That is an oxymoron. There is no toxic friend. There is no bad friend. There is no, like, no. There's no friend that hurts you. Like, that's not a thing. Friend is a friend. And that means that, of course, there may be points in the relationship where someone gets hurt. At the core, at the root of it, you know that that person's for you. And Joe is one of those people. And I'm just so grateful I got to spend the whole day with him. We went to bottom of the hill. We got to hear Secret Secret. Got to hear some openers. We got to hear, it took a long time to get to Secret Secret, and we were thinking it was gonna be a little bit faster. I have a 6 a.m. show tomorrow. He has to wake up early tomorrow as well, drive out to Sacramento. So grateful for this job. I picked up this trip, and I just knew I needed a trip, and I like San Francisco, and I was like, the trips have been so few and far between that I was just like, just do it. You see the trip, do it. In bottom of the hill,
in Mission Bay, sitting around looking at the openers, looking at the artists, looking at the guitars, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful for my airline. I'm so grateful that this is my life. I'm so grateful I get to see this moment, see San Francisco live music. Like, how cool is that? Sit here with a friend that I love, that I've known for years, that I wouldn't have been able to even meet without this job. Like, we had been friends across the country. Like, I lived in New York, he lived in the Bay. Only met for the first time in person because of my job. Today I went to complain on the plane a few times, and I'm grateful that nowadays those complaints come here, but they do not leave here. And it's funny, I told Joe that, and then I let one of the complaints leave here to Joe, but not on the plane, because someone told you they needed a sandwich and chips, and then you got to them and charged them for the sandwich, and then the same person is like, can I have a Pepsi and ice? Of course you can, right? Like, of course that's my response always, but whenever you're doing service work, I feel like that's one of servers' biggest pet peeves. It's okay. And it meant so much to me to be able to have something to look forward to on this flight and for this layover and for this trip. And I know that's not something every flight attendant has. And so I'm really lucky. All I ever wanted on layovers here was a friend. San Francisco specifically. Literally, bro, you know how you tell your friend, you know what I'm saying? Train caught on fire, yo. We had taken separate trains to leave, but yeah, his Muni caught on fire. I've been honest, I've been dealing with it financially, I've been going through it. There have been some other expenses, I haven't talked about all of those. It's just been really tough because I have had to pay for a lot of things related to moving. There's just been a lot behind the scenes. And so, and he didn't know this. He just was like, I'm doing this for you. Like, you're not Venmoing me anything, I'm doing this for you. And I try to be that friend when I have it, and so that means a lot to me. And lately those blessings have just been coming at me in this moment of needing it. All that I've given and all that I've, thought of others, I just feel like good karma has been coming my way in this moment where I need it, and I'm so grateful. Like, I got $100 extra off my Mac, unfreaking heard of. I got, like, every layover you guys have seen. Boston, my family friends are buying me food that lasts me the whole trip. I didn't have to spend a dime here. I was able to get coffee in the crew room today because we had a delay, and then I was able to, come here and get fed and not pay a dime. And I was able to I think on this trip I bought like one or two things. I've been working business class flights, so we were able to eat the business class food, which has saved me money. So this trip has just really come together for me, and I feel like I was really trying to get on a lot of other trips, and I got denied and denied and denied. I'm like, I want to work, like, what's going on? I think sometimes when we see that, we're like, why is this not happening for me? And it's like, no, it's just it's happening for you. It's just not this, because there's better. And that's always my thing, is this or something better. Some story ideas for San Francisco. I have a lot of ideas for San Francisco. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna really go hard on San Francisco for the next few months. June, July, August, this summer, really go hard on making it a San Francisco summer. I'd never been over to Mission Bay. I saw Oracle Park. There's this other stadium where I think the Warriors play. And then I think it's the Chase Stadium, and then there's just a ton of stuff over there. It looks like a pristine city, like Seattle almost, near where the Mariners play and all that, like that area. I was shocked. San Francisco's really, really big, and a lot of times it's easy to judge this city by the Tenderloin or just downtown Union Square or Powell. And it's like, there's more to this city, there's more to the Bay. Fly to New York tomorrow. I'm working the flight at about 8 a.m. And then we are also, I think that's why the van's so early, because it must take a while to get to SFO that early in the morning. I have never worked a flight that early in the morning out of here. I'm at the point where I'm finally learning about San Francisco, because I'm learning what I don't even know, right? I now finally know what I don't know. And so I'm really in this point where I'm like, I want to go hard on learning about SF, telling stories about SF, helping this city. It's one of the communities my airline serves and I serve, and so I'm passionate about it, and I just love this city. So tomorrow, SFO, JFK, probably JFK somewhere else, and then somewhere else, Austin. See, I'll see what flights line up with my schedule. Find friends like Joe. Find people who root for you. Find people who don't talk about you behind your back. Do not allow it. Do not, I'm not joking when I say this. Don't allow these people into your life. Don't allow these people access to your energy. Cut them off. Anything you need to do to respect yourself, right? If there's a friendship that you feel is off, if there's a friendship that you are hearing that person's gossiping about you, bro, get them out of your life. You don't need that. You don't deserve that. And you set the bar. You determine. Ever since I left LA and my roommates, like, I've just been having higher elevated people into my life because I've made the decision that I'm done, right? If you're not about me, I don't need you. Even at work, right? Sometimes you can feel this need. I have to talk to everyone. You don't have to conversate. If it's a work topic related to work-related tasks, of course I have to do my job. I have to communicate. I'm not interested in everybody's life anymore. Like, I'm always open. If things happen naturally, just run into each other. We hit it off, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I don't do forced conversations. I don't force myself to talk anymore. I don't force myself to smile if I'm not in the mood to smile. And I'm still working on that. At this point where I'm like, I'm not in the market for new friends. I'm not sitting around going on friendship.com or like going looking for groups that are doing this so I can make friends. I'm really not in the freaking market for friends. I'm not in the market for friends. I just want the people that I have and to honestly dwindle that down, right? And have just the core friends that I know have my back. I'm not, and this is something that I feel like I'm grateful to be 24. I'm blessed to be 24 and learning this. But and really LA got me right with it because I'm just done. I don't have energy. I know what I want to do in my life is so valuable to the world and so important and so meaningful, what I truly want to bring to the world, that I don't have time for the energy of a friend, right? I'm not here for it. Like, I just don't care. I have enough friends and I have enough actual friends. You hear rappers or successful people, what do they say? I have a close circle. Those are my people. That's it, right? They're not sitting there like, yeah, those 1,000 friends on Facebook, they're definitely all my friends, right? They're not bragging about how many friends they have. They're bragging about how many friends they don't have because you want to keep your circle close. You don't need everyone thoughts and opinions and energy, blah, blah, blah. Just let it go. All right, he made it to the BART. I think that's a good note. He's good. I'm happy he's good. Yay! Have a good one. I'll see y'all maybe in Austin, honestly, because I doubt I'm gonna pick up the camera again. I'll see y'all in Austin, Texas. Joe didn't know I moved to Texas, I don't think. And he's like, I totally saw that for you, Texas. I'm like, you're not the only one. Everybody's been waiting for me to move to Texas.